Hello, welcome back to Golden Table Tennis, where we talk about table tennis, analyze players, and make match predictions. Today, I want to talk about a highly debated topic on table tennis, which is camera angles. This discussion became very popular after the introduction to WTT, World Table Tennis. WTT made a decision to place the camera angle on the side of the table, therefore, we have to watch table tennis from the side. Although a small amount of people, including myself, enjoy the new angle or at least cool with it, majority of the people hate the angle. If you scroll through the comment section of all the WTT videos, you don't see a lot of people discussing about table tennis anymore. So many people are complaining about the camera angle instead of giving valuable comments and opinions on the match. This is a sad sight to observe. Therefore, in this video, I am going in depth into the current situation with the table tennis camera angle and give my own thoughts on it. First things first, what is WTT? What happened to ITTF and how is WTT different from ITTF in general? If you go to the website of WTT, it gave an explanation. WTT, World Table Tennis, is an organization created by ITTF in 2019 that runs commercialized table tennis tournaments. Basically, the goal of WTT is to promote the sport of table tennis and try to help table tennis gain more popularity around the globe. That is why the current WTT arenas are very stylish and modern looking. In my opinion, the WTT courts look very advanced and satisfying to watch. Technically, ITTF is not gone. It still exists as the regulator and manager of the sport in general. WTT is just a marketing tool. In their website, they mention their vision of WTT is to elevate table tennis to an upper echelon of world sport, which encourage more people to play and consume table tennis. However, I think it is quite ironic because what they are currently doing is basically making table tennis worse, and nobody wants to watch table tennis anymore with this kind of camera angle. But the main question is, why? Why would WTT make such an irrational decision to use the side angle? What was their thought process while making this decision? Before we start complaining about the camera angles, let's first highlight the positives, as I believe WTT has improved the sport in some aspects, which is the video quality. If you guys have watched table tennis long enough, you would have realized that ITTF video quality sucks. They only have 720p quality, which is quite blurry. Take a look at this video for example. Can you guys see the ball? No, right? So, if you can't even see the ball, how would you expect any of us to enjoy watching the sport? At least right now with WTT, they are able to produce video quality of 1080p. But with one problem gone, another issue showed up. First the video quality, now the camera angles. Until now, WTT has not come out with an official explanation on why they chose this camera angle. However, a lot of people are speculating that it is because of sponsors. By using this camera angle, you are able to broadcast the match on the long edge. This allows more advertisements to be shown on the screen. Previously, with the front and back angle, it is broadcast on the short edge and less advertisements can be shown. But is this true? Well, let's look side by side at two angles and count the total number of advertisements. From the comparison, you can see that with the side view, you can insert 16 advertisements, whereas with the front view, you can only insert 14. Yes, technically, with the side view, you can put in more advertisements, but it's only by an extra of 2, which I think is not by a lot. Also, I did not take into consideration whether or not those are really advertisements or are they just words which appeared on the banners. And some of the advertisements are also repeated, so I did not take into consideration of that as well. But if you just look at the icon, definitely the side view can actually insert more advertisements. But I really don't think that this is the main reason why they switch to this angle, because I think with the front view, if they adjust the camera angle slightly, they can also insert a lot of advertisements. So it is unnecessary to use the side angle if they want to add more advertisements. A lot of people complain saying that WTT doesn't care about the feedback of the fans. The fans have been crying in the comment section asking them to change the camera angle, but nothing has been done even after more than a year of introducing WTT. However, I have my own opinion on this. This is just my 2 cents on the situation. Firstly, I don't think it is the problem of listening to fans or not. I believe that WTT has employees with an assigned task to look at the comment section and look for feedbacks from fans. However, things might not be as straightforward as you think. WTT might have signed a contract with the sponsors to use that camera angle for a period of time. They cannot change it just because a few fans demanded for it, as they might need to pay a fine for breaking the contract or, at worst, receive lawsuits from the sponsors. The other reason might be because the decision makers of WTT feel like the old camera angle is no longer relevant with a lot of disadvantages. Therefore, they might decide to move on from the old angle and experiment different angles. To some extent, I do agree that the old camera angle is not the best angle. In my opinion, the old camera angle has 3 problems. Number 1. It is too far away and too high up. I feel like the distance of the camera with the old angle is too far. Yes, it gives us spectators a larger view, but the experience is not the same as when we are watching live in the stadium. Number 2. The body of the player standing on the closer end tends to block the ball if it is played to the backhand side. And the third problem is that with the old angle, all we can see is amazing points. Yes, in the perspective of a table tennis fan, it is great, as that is the best angle to view spectacular points because it covers a large area. But as a table tennis player who wants to learn from the best in the world, it is not good. You can't really see what the players are doing in detail other than seeing them play great points. It is too far away and too straight. With the side view, all of these 3 problems have been solved. The side view is placed much closer to the table. The ball will not be restricted by the body of the players, and you can get a much better view on what the players are doing, such as the length and height of the ball, the way they step in and out of the table, how they rotate their waist and utilize their wrist while serving, the weight transfer on the forehand topspin, and so much more. Take a look at this match and you would understand what I mean. People probably prefer the front angle because they are used to that angle. If you notice, most of the racket sports are placed in the front and back wheel. Tennis, badminton, squash, all are broadcasted from the front wheel. A sudden change to the side wheel definitely takes time for the spectators to adjust and get used to it. But for table tennis, the side wheel is much more acceptable compared to other sports because the court is much smaller than other racket sports. Tennis and badminton courts are very large and it will not be logical to use the side wheel as you cannot broadcast the full court. Having said that, the side angle might still not be the best angle to use. A lot of people suggested that WTT should consider using the 45-degree angle, also known as the coach wheel, as that might be a better option. I agree! The 45-degree angle is awesome. It has a similar advantage of the side wheel and it also solves the problem of the old angle, but in my opinion, it is actually much more satisfying than the side wheel. Take a look at some of these matches from other YouTubers. From this angle, you can really feel like you are currently watching live at the arena. The viewing experience is wonderful. Actually, if you watch WTT matches closely, they do use the 45-degree angle from time to time, but the default angle is still the side view. However, recently, they are starting to implement the 45-degree angle as the default view. The WTT Muscat Open, WTT Contender Doha 2022, and many of the youth tournaments, including some of the matches in WTT Singapore Smash, is aired from the 45-degree angle. However, I am not sure why WTT decided to go back to the side view for Table 1 matches. Table 1 matches were the most exciting ones, but very sad that it's not broadcasted in the best possible angle. But the main point is, WTT do listens to their fans and they are trying their best to broadcast in the best possible way. Even though WTT has decided to use this angle, I still think that it still needs some slight adjustments. The first adjustment that needs to be made is the height of the camera angle. It shouldn't be too low. The camera angle at the WTT Muscat Open is too low in my opinion. You can't really see the full table surface. I think the optimum height for camera angle is like the angle in the WTT Singapore Smash and the angle at the WTT Contender Doha 2022. The height is just right and you can see the full table. The second adjustment is that WTT should do with the angle is to place the camera angle where the light is not affecting the vision of the table. Just take a look at this angle. The light is reflecting on the table, making the table look white. The ball is also white in color, and if it lands in that area, the ball will disappear from our view. The third problem is that WTT needs to be much more flexible with the camera angles. One of the biggest problems with the 45-degree angle is that it is affected by the handedness of the players. The camera angle placed on the right corner, like the one in Muscat Open, is great for two right-handed players, but when two left-handed players are playing, they will restrict the view of the ball. On the other hand, If the camera angle is placed on the left corner like in the WTT Contender Doha 2022, it is better for left-handers but awful for right-handers. I believe that WTT has camera angles placed on both corners, and I do wish they can be more flexible with it. For example, if they know that the players are both right-handed, then they should consider switching the camera angle placed on the right corner. In reverse, if they know that the players are left-handed, then they should use the camera angle of the left corner. I don't think it's too complicated to execute, as there are a lot of professional cameramen working at WTT. Just take a look at this YouTuber. Even he acknowledges that the handedness does affect the view of the players. Therefore, when the players switch sides, he also switched the camera angle. If a small YouTuber like him can do it, why can't WTT? I do hope that WTT will look into the suggestion made by me. I'm confident that I am not the only one with the same thoughts. If you want WTT to acknowledge these problems, do click on the like button to boost the YouTube algorithm so that it can be recommended to more audience. As well as share this video. We need to let WTT know the voices of us table tennis fans. With that, I've come to the end of today's video. What do you think of today's video? Do you like my analysis? Do leave a comment in the comment section below if you have any other thoughts I would like to discuss with you guys. See you guys in the next video. Bye.